Hello, happy Saturday night. And it is a really happy Saturday night for us tonight, at least because I'm so excited that Ryan is in town and he is here with his mom and dad, Gregory and Diane, and we haven't seen each other in a long time. They're in the studio audience, as we say. And I'm super excited because tonight's show is going to be fun, and Ryan is coming up in a second. I'm going to have him join us. I just wanted to say thank you, welcome. I'm happy you're here. Tonight's show is going to be different from what we usually do. If you're a Knight Rider fan, you're going to really enjoy this episode. And I'm a Knight Rider fan. I have never stopped being a fan of that show. Oh, Todd's mic is off. Okay,
well, I think
mine is on for once. I have my microphone on. Anyway, I'm really excited to be here with everybody tonight, and I want to welcome Ryan's parents to the show. And how's your trip been so far? Good? You went to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere this morning?
And
Yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, is that the first time you've seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to wait till you come up here. Look, you know what? Let's just bring Ryan up right now because you only get to see him in a little square most of the time. And he's actually a full-fledged human being. He's tall, light, and handsome.
And so let's not get ahead of ourselves there.
I think so. I think you're
Here, I can grab all that.
Yeah, people actually don't know that Ryan has legs.
He has legs.
I actually do.
Right.
I do.
So everybody, welcome Ryan. I wish we still had our applause button. That would that would be so fun.
Normally it's this that you see.
That's exactly right. And you're looking good, and I love you in white, and of course I'm wearing black.
Thank you. Well,
and we're going to
yin and yang.
Yin and yang. And we're going to see David Copperfield's show tonight, which I'm very excited about. Because
we indeed are.
I'm so excited to see this show.
In fact, he has new stuff.
I know, and that's why I'm super excited. I'm always excited to see David's show, though, because
I actually think we could say what it is because he actually he previewed.
Let's wait and see what he says.
Well, and he put it in the show.
Yeah,
already.
I'm just so excited.
We've been holding out on telling everybody about.
No,
but you brought it up. So
well, I brought up going to see the greatest magician of our time show tonight. I mean, come on, he is the greatest magician of our time.
And what I said was we have an announcement to make about that, but we'll wait until we're going to go tonight.
Yeah.
And there's some things we're doing all together.
Yes, there are. And we have, I just really love him. He's such a good human.
What he's promised to do is make me shut up at appropriate times. That's a phenomenal
Listen,
feat.
he not only did that, but he changed your entire sleeping schedule because you go to bed. Honestly, Todd goes to bed at 8 o'clock or 8:30. What? How I get lipstick on my teeth? See, people who care about you will tell you these things.
I tried to do it while I was going to do it while, and then the camera.
Well, at least they're pink.
No, they're clean.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Well, pink or flesh-colored teeth has never been a really big seller.
I just put the lip gloss on, and I haven't even seen myself in a mirror. So it's just you get what you get. Okay.
Well, that's for sure.
But being entertainers keep crazy hours, especially when he does 2 shows a night and 3 on weekends.
Today.
I know. And so, can you believe that? I thought I was the only person that did 2
and
shows.
He's our age.
Yeah. And he's amazing. And so, but here's the thing. He is going to be closing at the MGM on April 30th. I want to say this because a lot of the people that are coming here for our event will be here the night of the 30th. And if you want to see David Copperfield's last performance at the MGM, because
good point. So why don't you email us and we might be able to arrange for a block of tickets.
Yeah, we can maybe get a block, but I don't know. It's his last night. I would just book it. I would go on Vegas.com and book it.
Well, I'm pretty sure people are going to want to see that.
Well, I would think so because, it's not the last performance of his life, but it's the last performance at the MGM. And
after 25 years.
So if you want to see this show, you can go to Vegas.com and grab a seat. The tickets are not crazy expensive. And, you really want to see this show. I've watched his show for, we actually both started out at the same time.
Well, I'll tease this.
Yeah.
he's created a new illusion
Yep.
in concert with us.
Yeah.
And it's never been done ever
Nope.
before. And it was created very quickly.
And we haven't seen it. So I'm really excited about
I've
that.
seen pieces of it in rehearsal and pieces of it being set up, but I've never seen it go off,
Yeah.
as part of the entire show.
Yep.
So that we're going to see that tonight.
You're
But
gonna see it
the reason
tonight.
why you might want to
That's
see
why
it.
we're here early tonight, because we have to get out and get over to the
And
MGM.
This thing that you're going to see
Yeah.
in some little way has something to do with this lady right
Right.
here.
A lot of people don't know that actually David Copperfield loves classic movies, and
Yes.
that's his thing, like it is our thing and like it is your thing. And so anyway, let's not say another word about that, but get tickets to the show, David Copperfield, April 30th. So if you're coming into Vegas early for our event, which starts the next day on the 1st, then you would be able to go see it. And I think his show times are, it would be that would be a Friday night, so I think it's 7 and 9. Look it up.
7 and 9:30.
Okay.
Did we use all? We had like 40 or 50. With 30 rooms at the at South Point for that
We have
first
quite
block.
a few left yet.
No, I don't mean how many were left. I meant the rooms that we blocked. Did people book them for earlier days as
did.
well?
Yeah.
They
Okay.
did.
Mhm.
But they didn't get the good price for that day.
They did.
See, I should have gotten involved with
Who
that.
knew? It
Well,
was
we
a-
didn't know
it-
people were going to come
Yeah.
early, so but anyway, that's what I have to say about that. And I am very excited because Ryan, do you know how long we've been friends?
Long time.
Uh-huh. I'm going to guess it to be, because I found a picture of us together when we first met and became friends. And you are a baby in this
Do
picture.
you think?
Oh my gosh. I showed it to Seth and I'm like, look at Ryan. You were like in your mid
it was about-
20s.
No.
Yes, you were. You were only
There's
teaching.
No way.
You were only teaching. When did you start
I
teaching?
think it's been about 20. I think it's been 20 years.
No,
Maybe
it's been
21.
more for sure. Yeah, it's just that time
In middle of
flies.
2000, I think, is somewhere in that vicinity.
I think
Like
I think you need to check
2005.
that, because you are a
Fact check.
baby in this. And I remember saying, how many years do you have left on your back? Because I was asking you about that, because you're and
Right.
you
Because
said
we want him to move to Las Vegas.
you said I wanted him.
Would you
I
let him
didn't
move to
live there. I lived in
Vegas?
New York. You wouldn't let him move to Vegas.
Michelle,
would you?
she's not. They have to come with him then. It's the way it
I
goes.
don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, so here's
You'd
the-
like our winters better.
yeah, our winters are amazing.
You know, when
she
we-
likes to be hot. She is warm. Yeah.
You're in the
Girl,
right
not
spot.
me. I do not like being hot.
My mother loved it too. It'd drive me crazy. I go stay at my mother's house.
Oh yeah.
She'd have 85 degrees. I'm
Oh
like,
no. I can imagine what the
Air.
price at in the hotel room's at right now.
Oh, it's at 67.
That's pretty close. 65.
I know. We've stayed in enough places together that on the road, that I know exactly the drill. And
Yeah.
so I just put on, like a gator and
now
flannels
what
and-
does Knight Rider have to do with the two of you?
well, actually nothing.
Okay, thanks for joining us tonight, and hope you had a good time.
Nothing except
And everything, because we've done so much together as friends and working together and doing a lot of charity events together. And then Ryan is the producer of this show. And, but this has been going on. We've been
a
doing
long time.
our whole friendship, actually.
Mhm.
You started working with me at the West End
Yeah.
Intergenerational Center, which really was amazing.
I
And
got to introduce you when you got the room dedicated to you.
that's
So give a
exact
little-
at
I've
the,
seen
at
that
the
picture.
shelter. Yeah. And that, that's exactly right. So we have been just like this for over 2 decades and done a lot of great things. And we call ourselves the dream makers, because we like to help people realize their dreams. And we both love that. And so that's how. So Knight Rider, actually, he wasn't around, of course, for the 80s.
No.
You were,
Well,
but
I
not in my
existed.
orbit. Yes, but you weren't in my orbit in the 80s. And so we're going to run Whitebird, which is the first episode that I did of Knight Rider. And I played a character named Stevie Mason. And I came up with the idea of her. She was born in my head. I've always been a writer. So I wrote a 20-page synopsis about his former life, because the character of David Hasselhoff is Michael Knight.
Well, how did you though jump just a little before that? Like, what makes you think you can write? You know, I mean, how did that? You just watched the show one day and said, I'm going to write an episode.
I mean, I was a fan of the show.
But you're married to?
No, I wasn't married to him. We were dating. And so I, of course, watched the premiere episode. And it was so fascinating to me, the story, which was that this cop named Michael Long, got shot in the line of duty in the face, and he was left for dead. And the Knight Foundation came, or the
Foundation for Law and Government.
Foundation for Law and Government. Wilton Knight was the man who started that, and they scooped him up off the street, gave him a new face, gave him a new identity, and he would be working for them. Kind of like, remember La Femme Nikita?
Well, it's like RoboCop in a way, but no is he?
Yeah, he was not. He was all human. He just had a new face, new identity.
Now, who's the car? I mean, like, I thought you were gonna shock me there and say that the car was actually the personality. They implanted a human personality in the car.
You never saw the show.
Well, I've seen the show, but
such a good show.
I've never seen the pilot.
Yeah. Oh, the pilot episode was so good, and it tested through the roof, and the numbers were off the charts. And I got fixated on, you know what? It's so funny because I watched Starsky and Hutch when I was, growing up in the 70s. And
was that before Knight Rider?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. The Knight Rider started in 82. So I watched Starsky and Hutch, and Susan Hubley was an actress, and she was on a special episode as the star-crossed lover of Paul Michael Glazer's character on Starsky and Hutch. And she was on for a couple of episodes, and it was like he fell so in love with her, and she was dying of cancer. So I was so remarkably touched by this. I just don't know if anybody would ever remember this, but that episode, as I was growing, I've been writing since I was a kid. I mean, creative writing. I'm now an author, and I've written, lots of things, but there was something that touched me really deeply inside about that relationship, because they never gave those boys a relationship, let alone this unbelievable romance. And I never forgot it. So when I saw the premiere episode of Knight Rider, and I saw that he was shot in the face and left for dead, I thought, okay, wow, wait a minute. So he's not Michael Knight. He was Michael Long, which means he had another life, which means he had a whole life. Was he married? Did he have a girlfriend? What was his life? What happened to his life? Did he ever stay in touch with? He couldn't. That was the story, is that but they didn't explore his past life. And so that got my mind going, and I wrote a 20-page synopsis about his former life.
Oh, so that explains why.
And so then I gave it to David to read, and he just said, this is amazing, very detailed. And he gave it to Glenn Larson, who I thought, he's never going to.
Now, what did you think about Glenn Larson?
I liked him a lot. He was quirky, and I don't even know if that's the word. He was just not easy to get to know, but he took it all very seriously, and he had great television.
Now, had he done Buck Rogers yet?
Buck, I think they were. He was the executive producer and creator of all these shows.
But Buck Rogers was a movie that was coming out right at this time, maybe even the 80. Maybe it was earlier, because I was on that campaign. We had created this laser effect for Universal Studios. It had to do with the Superman commercial that we were shooting. And the executives said, we got to show this to Glenn Larson. And they pulled him off the set while he was filming his Buck Rogers thing.
I didn't know that was his show. I mean, it's so
Buck
funny because
Rogers
it's been a few semesters,
So he was upset about being jerked off the set.
Yeah.
So I don't know him, and he comes on, he's he
was gruff.
He had a real gruff attitude,
he was gruff.
And he was like, "The hell am I doing? Who are these people?" And I'm 20-something years old. He didn't want nothing to do with this. And what had happened is we came to the MGM, ironically, the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
The Bally's became Bally's later, the one on the other side of the street. It's now a baseball stadium.
Right.
And they asked us, the movie was coming out. They said, well, we want you guys to create this effect into the MGM Grand. And we put on this amazing show live for all the theater buyers because the movie sucked. So the idea was, how do we hype these people to want this movie to be in their theater? And we created all these live effects. I had a synthesizer player come to do all the laser effects firing over everybody's head. And anyway, the moral of the story was Glenn Larson, like, I had very limited touch with him, but that movie was pathetic. I mean, did you ever watch that?
I don't know
Your
that he
thing.
had
You're
anything
talking
to
about
do with that.
Buck Rogers,
I don't
the
think,
movie.
but I don't think he did do that
He
movie?
directed the movie.
This is a time for Google.
No,
Was that
just
Gil
Buck
Gerard was in
Gil
it?
Gerard was in the series.
In the
no. I'm telling you,
series.
this is definitely.
Well, we
Glenn.
might be going down a rabbit hole that.
No,
you
I
know.
didn't want to. The
Yeah.
digression
Okay,
was
so-
I wanted to understand your take on it because I don't know him real
No,
well.
he
But
was he was gruff.
Yeah.
And so he kind of had that force field around him. You didn't get, go past it. So I was very respectful. I always am when I feel that off of people. And but he loved it, and so they bought it and they signed it to one of their writers, and she did an incredible job of writing the script from it.
so she wrote off your treatment.
Yes, and the treatment was, I think, pretty detailed, but her job of writing that script was wonderful. She got
Most
it
of
all.
what I've seen. So he was the producer then.
Was Glenn Larson on it at all? I don't think so. Okay, there you go. You were right. Gerard.
Okay, so that would explain why that's another reason why I was annoyed.
Yeah.
Didn't want these Universal executives telling what to do.
But he had a lot of hit series on there, and Universal Studios had all of the hit series: Magnum PI, Buck Rogers, A-Team. That was
Airwolf.
Belisario. Airwolf was there. Yes.
Amazing. That's a pretty major.
No,
run.
no, way more than that.
But
you know.
that's a major run.
Yeah. So I just really was just so happy that they said yes to this treatment. And so she was born out of my imagination, this character. So that being said.
So David didn't go to bat for you. It wasn't like he said, "Hey."
Oh,
bring her."
I had to audition for the part.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh God, yeah. And it was horrible because I thought I wrote it for myself. I was on a series called Capital at the time on CBS. And I don't know why in my mind I assumed I wrote it. They wrote it. They wrote it off my treatment. That was my role. And they were like, "Why would you think that?"
Well, walk us through the audition. Let's
Okay,
hear,
so
let's
I
hear
go
how
in-
that went.
I go into audition for the show, and there's 10 other girls that look exactly like me, or the type of this ilk.
And what would that be?
Blonde hair, blue eyes, and it was just kind of like, oh my gosh, I might not get this. I went in and read for it, and I felt sick. I really did. I felt sick because I really had a feeling that I wasn't going to get it, and it was just fear.
Why did you think that?
Because there were 9 other of me in the same room, and maybe somebody was better.
Now, do you
than
think
me.
if I walked into that room that I wouldn't have been able to pick you out of the 9?
Well, yeah, but
Why?
because I'm like a heat-seeking missile. You're a heat-seeking missile, and you just would have picked me out.
I would have picked you, which means I bet you get the part.
I got the part.
There you go.
And I will never forget the relief I felt when I found out I got that part, because I would have made me sick to watch somebody else.
Now,
play
David
that
did
part.
not have any influence at that
Oh
moment.
God, no. And I would never let anybody, I have never let anybody, I've never dated civilians because that just doesn't work. You know what I mean? It just does not work. They don't get it. They can't, a lot of people are very jealous. If you kiss somebody on TV, they can't handle it. They don't understand the commitment and the hours and the work that it takes to be in this entertainment business, acting or otherwise. It's very hard for people to handle it if they're not in the business or don't understand it.
So is that why you chose me?
Yes. Well, you're a civilian, but you're not. So it was perfect. It was perfect.
Well, no, I am a civilian, but I was born into
A civilian once removed. Yes. And
Good point.
so, so what I did when I started dating David, he was on a soap opera. So was I. That's how we met at the Daytime Emmys.
What was David's soap opera?
Young and the Restless. And so, he wasn't.
Did he wear the
He
Speedo?
wasn't famous
Did he
like
wear
he
the
became.
Speedo bathing suit in the soap opera?
I don't remember actually, but I will tell you this. He was he was drop dead gorgeous. And I remember saying, this guy, he's too good looking. I mean, he looks like Prince Charming in a Disney cartoon. He was just I thought this can be
That's
nothing
exactly
but trouble.
what you said about me. She uses this line all the time.
I've heard it.
So
I rest my case.
right. But anyway, he was very funny and very charming.
See,
and all
it's the
that.
same thing. You go after
Yeah.
a type.
Yeah, he
Tall,
was also
Prince
nearly
Charming,
6'5".
6'5",
Yeah,
same thing.
but that was like the only thing going against him, because I really like average to a little,
Well, you
slightly
scored. You
average
scored now
height.
for that.
Yeah,
I'm average. That-
but anyway, but I never would let anybody speak for me, go to bat for me. I always wanted to earn something on my own, always, because it can also backfire on you, where
Right.
someone's campaigning for you, and that the person
Then you let them
resents
down
it.
because they didn't want that.
That's right. And also there is just a pride factor that, you let a person earn their place, and it means so much more.
There's another component to that, which is even later when you become famous, people say, oh, it's just so easy for you. These doors just fly open for you.
Oh yeah.
But
You're always going to hear
the
that.
expectation is much higher. So yeah, the door flies open. And if you're nobody, the bar is low. But if you're famous, like in my case, I had famous parents. So when doors would open for me, the bar was up there. You better perform because the scrutiny is high.
Yeah.
And same thing as you become famous, the same rules apply.
Yeah. So, nobody gets a part, a starring role in something as a favor, I don't think, because especially in soap operas, which I spent 39 years doing. So, it's like
What?
no one's going to.
How could you have done that? You're only 39 now.
Exactly.
Did they know that you wrote that treatment when you did your audition? Did you tell them?
Good
No.
question.
No, I don't.
So they may not have.
I don't know if they knew. I mean, I never
may
even
not
thought
have
about
known.
that. No,
Turn on your mic.
because they
Ooh.
no, I did
Mic's
not get.
not on.
I did not get.
Talking it. You have to turn up the fader.
There you go.
No, talk. No, you're not on. Go. Listen, Seth. Go to the back.
What was it?
There's like number
Did you get writer's credit?
number 4.
Oh,
It
writer's
says
credit. No, I didn't.
HH.
Because they just bought it outright. I wasn't in the union, the writers union, the writers guild.
What did they give you for it? It's not the part.
Well, I don't. It was. I wouldn't say that's a very gauche.
No, I don't
yeah.
mean. I mean, in other words, you were paid something
Yes.
worthwhile. Okay.
Mhm. But I wasn't in the Writers Guild. I could have at that moment joined the Writers Guild, but I wasn't. I was interested in writing books, which is what I eventually did. So anyway, we're going to what?
Is there a reason that the character didn't become more recurring? Because it was Whitebird was very popular.
Yes, extremely so. I think between that one and the last one,
And that was season 4.
and that was season
Season
Whitebird was
1.
season 1, and the Scent of Roses
Season
was
2.
season 2.
And then season 4. No,
No,
of
Let It
Roses
Be Me was
4.
season 2, and then the last one I did was in season 4, and nobody knew what it was going to do. They didn't want to bog the character down, his character, because he was such a heartthrob to the audience, and so they didn't want to bog him down with a relationship, because it's not good for the show, because women fantasize about being with the lead of something, and
Okay.
yeah, so I didn't think there would ever be
Some men also.
some men also, but I didn't ever think there would be another episode, but it did so well that
Over what period of time?
it was like a year later I did the second episode, I
Second
think.
one.
Yeah, and then they brought me, so every one of them you saw me have to leave, and you didn't know if she would come back, and it gave them time to figure out whether and how.
I feel that way every time you go out to the chickens.
You're so ridiculous. I love you.
When you're asleep.
Yeah, when you're asleep. But I just so was so shocked that the character came back, and then she came back again, and then they killed her off in the last season because they were getting married. Now, people love the character because, remember, kids watched the show, and it was their first idea of love.
What would you say the age range is for this show? What was it supposed to be?
It was all over the place. It was such a popular show. It was so unique and amazing.
I mean, this would explain it all, right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's my lunchbox.
It's a good point, though.
But
Kids
the
take
And
it.
I
point
had-
though is,
wait a minute,
so
it-
you're
it's
the
signed
expert on
by-
that. How
look
old
at-
are you when you get one of these?
Oh, you'd be taking that in elementary school.
Fourth grade, fifth
Yeah,
grade.
sure.
Yeah.
So clearly they're.
Oh yeah, most of the
Selling-
men I meet today that talk to me about this
You
show
didn't
that come
sign
up
this
to
one.
me.
You
No,
do need to sign that.
I haven't signed it.
This is
William
signed.
Daniels, which is the voice of Kit,
He
is
just turned 99.
he just turned 99. He's
That's
still doing autograph shows.
Unbelievable. I love it.
And he signed it, and then David signed it, but I don't remember how we got that.
I think you got it that way.
Oh, that's right. I bought it and it had the signature on it. And then William Daniels signed it. And then if I
What's the
sign it,
thermos look like in there?
the thermos, I haven't opened
Yeah,
this box.
it's
in-
funny.
funny how
Little
you.
things.
Wait a
the little
minute.
things. Oh yeah, it's wrapped
oh,
up.
it's even wrapped.
Yeah.
Well, it has
It's
to.
brand
Let's
new.
take a look.
Yeah, take a peek. I
Wow.
love
The collector in him has
lunchbox.
come
Oh, I
out.
hate to do that.
We want
though.
to see if it's in the original
oh, no,
packaging.
I can't. No, it's like sealed, so I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's all brand
But
new.
how
I thought
nifty
I
is that?
sold this. I really thought I
No,
did.
no, we had another one that we got somewhere.
Oh, wait, but this is cracked.
Well, then you see, there,
thermos
there
or the-
goes the
The thermos, but
Wait, the
Are you
thermos is
sure?
cracked?
the thermos,
The thermos
is cracked.
is cracked.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? You
me
know
see
how
it.
old this is? It's 45 years old or something. I mean,
It's signed.
it's signed.
Ooh, and who did it belong to? Look,
Wait, is there a name in there? What does it
You know
say?
what? That's the outer housing.
John.
Thermos is still good.
Hey,
Is
there's a
it?
phone
But the
number.
plastic
You can call
housing.
him.
Oh my gosh.
John David
Oh my god.
Picasso.
We should call him right
what's
now.
his number? Does he have a phone number? Let's call him.
I
It's
would-
probably a landline from the.
Yeah, what's his,
Yeah.
Is there a phone
It's a
number?
There
landline
is, but
for
we don't have
sure.
a zip code.
Oh,
John David.
You don't have a
Picasso.
prefix. Yeah.
does it say what state?
No.
Oh, damn. That would have been interesting.
Is
We
he on
could have called him.
Facebook?
Hey,
John
man, we got
David
your thermos here.
Ocasio.
Yeah.
Seth, is he on Facebook?
I can look him up.
O
if you-
C A S I O.
Right
This is
there,
old.
right in the middle of it all.
Yeah, this is the very beginning. So you see, but people to this day love this show. There is an
Cult
event.
following.
No, it's very much a cult following all over the world. So this is what's so great about
But
this show.
Germany is the biggest.
I don't. Germany is huge, but I don't know if it's the biggest because it's so big. Also in Spain.
Does David have any
England.
German roots?
Yes, he does.
So that might explain some of that. Do you think?
I think there's a couple of reasons for that, but it was such an amazing show, and all over the world people loved it. There is an event coming up in July. I'm going to talk about it real quick because this is the first year I'm going to be able to go to it because I'm always on tour in July. So
And where is it?
it's in Atlanta, Georgia. and
Again.
it's called Southern Nights Atlanta.
You mean this?
There it is,
Mm.
July 24th and 25th. If you are anywhere near, this is a very intimate, amazing event. I haven't been to it in about 4 years because I'm always on tour in July, but this year I'm not. So when Mark Poet, who puts this together, called and asked me to be, if I would be there, I was so happy that I
Maybe
was
I'll
able
come
to
this
do it.
year.
Maybe you will. And people come from all over the country and I, Denmark, Germany. I've met people there from 4 corners of the earth. And Italian. There's a really great guy that builds the innards for Knight Rider cars.
Replicas.
The replicas. He builds all the electronics. He's amazing. And Jacob Peterson, who's from Denmark. I make lifelong friends with these people. It's just amazing, this event. And it's
speaking
small.
of that, what is it that let's watch what they are so gravitated towards.
Okay, so we'll buzz through it quickly, but we can't play the episode.
Well, actually, we have a clip of your scenes in there.
And you're going to
Come
watch
on.
it up here
Oh,
on
okay.
a wide shot. We're not
Well,
going to
no,
cut to it.
We'll do
There'll be no sound.
we have a playback clip first that has sound that we're good to play, and that's about 1.5 minutes. Then we
Okay.
can go
So why don't
into-
you start with that then?
Let's do it.
I love this opening. I loved everything about this
Yes,
show.
it's been set for.
Oh, wait, if you're going down, you could help a forgetful client retrieve his briefcase. He's on his way over.
Stop it! Let me go!
Federal Agents, Department of Justice. Right this way. We know of the connection between him and so on. But we haven't been able to prove it. Now we can.
I'm Michael Knight. I arranged for your bail.
Do I know you?
No, I became your boss. It's much more than an innocent bystander.
Everyone seems to think that he's guilty of just seems so familiar to me. Your voice, the way you move.
Hey, do we have a deal or what?
Stephanie? Is that you?
Stephanie and I were engaged to be married.
Oh, that's after you got shot?
2 men came while you were gone.
Oh, no.
They tried to break in when I wouldn't open the door. Look at me now. I can't even go home. I can't do anything without you. I'm dependent on you.
Michael, I'm picking up 2 men on the bridge of
Let's go. That I'm worried about.
Michael? Devin
No,
wants
they've
you.
got me at the foundation, but I heard them talking and they're taking me to a retreat somewhere in the mountains. Someone's coming. I'll try to call you from there.
It's all behind you now. Nightmare's over.
In the dream?
Well, I'm
Wow,
not
that's
following
a
that. at all.
blast from the past.
What was that exactly? Because that's got to be some strange composite of trailers. Because it's so
Select clips
it's-
from the episode.
But you did a great job with that. Thank you. I mean,
right. Okay.
That's
Well,
right.
because there's so much
For
going
our
on there. It's like,
budget.
wow, where am I?
Yeah. So that's all from the first episode.
All
Yeah,
of it. Okay.
All of it. Yeah. And so we're gonna play the episode on the, well, it's gonna
TV without
the,
sound.
the TV without sound. And so the audience will be able to see it. And if anybody has
Right
any
there.
questions, but Ryan, if you have any questions,
There it
Todd,
is.
there it is.
Well,
So you
someone's
can see.
asking about your kit car and asked if you still have it.
I do still have my kit car.
Mainly because I won't let her sell it.
You know what? That is so true. I bought the car about a year before I met Todd. And I loved the car. I always wanted one, and I bought it maybe a year or two before I met Todd. And I wanted to sell it just a couple of years ago, and he wouldn't. He's like, "No, you will regret this," and because it just sits in the garage. I mean, it has made appearances and things, but
I got one or two.
I
things
wanted
that sit
someone
in
that
the
would
garage.
enjoy it to have it. You know?
Well, you know.
But anyway, Todd doesn't want me to sell it, so I haven't. Yeah, and I'm glad he's special. And everyone that's coming to our event in May is going to get to meet my kit and have your picture taken with him and in him, and it's fun for that reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I bought them, to make people happy. All right. So
Century City, right?
that it was just an establishing shot. Yeah. And so basically, this is the character that Stevie Mason that he was engaged to before he was shot and left for dead. He does not know. He has never spoken of her. Nobody knows anything about her. She's just at work doing what she does. She works for a lawyer there, and he's setting her up right
He's
there.
setting her up.
Yeah. And so the setup is that he's setting her up, and he will will bring the Michael Knight. Oh, there. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I didn't know what camera I was on. So he's setting her up, and that's what sets up the story that Michael Knight reads about her in the paper, being arrested for I think, was it solicitation?
Solicitation.
So what's the other word for solicitation, everybody? Prostitution, yes. And so he sees this in the newspaper, and he decides that he has to help her, and that's how that was not in the synopsis. So that's something that the script writer came up
You
with.
just got kidnapped. What happened?
Yeah, no, they set me up, and I get
FBI.
arrested. The FBI arrests me. Look at how Data. Did you see the car?
I love that car.
I know. And so
I think they call that an LTD.
Yeah, I think you're right. And you know what's so funny? This series still holds up. The only time that you kind of realize, I mean, it's got the 80s feel to it, of course, but it was so far ahead of its time because now we have talking cars and we actually
Well, I mean,
have
the
one.
idea that
It's not.
in the day they were like, this is too far out, man. No one's going to believe there's going to be a talking self-driving car. Impossible.
I know, and now look.
Bring on Elon Musk.
Sometimes I wonder if Elon Musk wasn't. Ryan.
He was in the episode. He watched the show.
Maybe you
It
should
inspired
mention
him.
why it was called Whitebird.
Because of the song. They chose that. They chose Don Peake is the music director, chose the song. They chose and the name of the episode was due to the name of the song, which was a band called It's a Beautiful Day at the time that recorded it. And
song.
It was really a really great choice. Don Peake was an amazing music
What's happening
supervisor.
right
I
now?
have something. Okay.
Oh,
so
there you are.
I did look this up. So
Okay.
the date of the newspaper
Yes.
was the date that the episode aired.
It was?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
I looked that up.
That's
Pretty clever.
crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember
They-
the air date?
March something or another. Today, however, marks the anniversary of the last air date of Knight Rider.
No way. Okay, that's really weird. That's really weird. There, we're both on. That makes me
Tammy, our
happy.
friend Tammy sent us that.
Tamagram. Tammy Anastasia.
Well, what it's doing is it's trying to keep you
But we
centered.
planned that the whole time.
Right.
I must say.
Yeah. And Winrich Colby, it wouldn't, it's so funny. I couldn't remember who directed this episode. But look at the 80s makeup. My hair looks terrible. I haven't watched this since the 80s. So it's weird to see
Well, tell
yourself.
us what's going on.
Well, he's just trying to get me to talk, and I don't have
You
anything
look like
to
you're
say.
not happy.
No, because I'm being kind of blackmailed and pressured into something that would put me in prison. And I trusted this guy. I'm not happy about that at all. But I don't know that Michael Knight, aka Michael Long, has already seen the newspaper clip, and
Yes.
he is coming to help me. So that was a good setup, I think, that they made for the character, to come back. So for the character to be implicated like that. But it's very strange to look at yourself 40 something years ago. Most people
Is
don't.
it?
Yeah, it is. It's, most people don't get to do that. And it's very weird because
It's
I
just
haven't
like a whole
seen
movie.
this.
That's all.
Sort of. Yeah.
How long did you tape this from the time you auditioned?
Maybe a few weeks, if
No
that.
kidding.
Yeah, a week or two. It was a few weeks because I was on the series Capital, and I had to get the time off to do it. So
Dream sequence.
I had a great producer.
Dream sequence.
Yeah, this is the old days.
Did you write this? Or is this just
No, they came up with all these little things.
Are
Yeah.
these your photos, or did they take?
No,
these?
they took these. They took
that doesn't
these
even look like
pictures.
you.
Well, think about how my age was. I was really young here. And there's a voiceover happening, and he's thinking
But
of
this is
me.
when you and I first met.
Yes, this is exactly when I was going to the Hiding Place Church that you and Henry started. This was exactly. No, it wasn't. This was
80
before. This is 82. I was going to the church before that, though.
Okay, yeah, could
Yeah.
be.
Before all
But you
this.
brought David to the church.
once,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he ran screaming into the forest.
Oh, you should have.
It wasn't his thing.
You should have brought me into the equation.
Oh, you were busy. You had your
I
own
would have.
life.
I would have had fun.
I love
messing with him.
this. I thought he did a really good job, with all this because, he just did a really good job of.
I'm curious how she would not have recognized his voice.
Look, that's the minutia that
I know
you can't
Those
go
are the
there
things
because
I think of.
what I think of is Well, his hair must look the same. His height is very unusual because he was very, very tall. But if you go there, then you have to
I
have
know.
you have to suspend your
This is
disbelief.
pre-cosmetics days too, right?
Oh gosh, yes. I
So
didn't start that till
how would you change your
99.
makeup?
I would have changed it completely.
Yeah, the rouge.
I
is
mean, if you look
extreme.
at well, it's all extreme, the lip color and all that is, but it's
It was
80s.
the 80s.
Yeah, it's the 80s, and I didn't really have a lot to say about my look, so
Okay, I have another question.
yes.
When were you, as an actor, allowed to ride in the car? Because I noticed there were some scenes
Oh,
you had a stunt person. It was not you in the car. So, could it only go to a certain speed? Were they close-ups? Were they?
well, but when the car was driving, and if we were in it, it was someone was towing the car, and the cameras were mounted on
you're
the
sitting-
side windows.
So
or
is this shot right here? Is this in a studio or is this in?
no, that's
actually-
in
It's
the
on
car.
a trailer. The
It's
car's
on
on a trailer.
The car's on a trailer,
Okay.
and the cameras are mounted on the sides of the car
and in
and
front.
in the front.
Okay.
So there's there's a truck with like 12 crew members sitting right in front of us, towing us, and that's how
And there's
Now, there
lights
was
too,
another
key
scene-
lights too,
key
coming
lights.
through
Yeah,
the front window.
right. So big lights, and
You can see the lights
people.
when their eyes look forward. You can see the reflection. See
Yeah.
the lights?
Uh-huh.
They're reflecting in her eyes. They're very bright because you have to keep them filled, as even if they pass into a
Now,
shadow.
if you went really close on my pupils, you could probably see
Like
the crew.
there.
And yeah,
So, there, you're
Yeah.
just pulling up to the curb. So, of course, there you could be in the car.
Right. So these are all separate
I see.
shots done on probably separate days. That's why the continuity person is so important, because she would have had to written down everything, what my hair looked like. They took pictures, so they could duplicate it. Probably we shot this on different days and different locations.
How long? Because you're used to on the soaps, you were used to doing massive amounts of pages of dialogue a day.
Yeah, well,
So-
Capital was only a half-hour show. It was still a lot of pages. We only shot, I don't know, maybe
Oh, that may
5
have
pages
changed
a day.
later, like when Frank took over One Life to
Oh,
Live and so
they-
forth.
Oh, no, that was One Life to Live.
But I'm saying that came later.
Yes.
So early on, you were still doing reasonable amounts of dialogue.
Yeah,
Okay.
but nothing like an hour show. And then of course we started shooting 2 episodes a day, and then it became, that's one of the reasons I didn't want to do it anymore, because it was like this is really a very abrupt and rude, but it's like having sex with 5 condoms on. You don't feel anything. You're just churning the page in your head all the time. You don't feel anything. You know,
that was
because-
very graphic.
I'm sorry, but that's what that whose line that was? Kin Shriner. Kin Shriner said that because when we started shooting multiple episodes, they were starting to do that, also on other shows, and he was on General Hospital, and he said that to me, and I'm like, that's exactly right, because you're it's like you're flipping the page in your head and just hoping to God you can still imagine it. It was so hard.
So how long would it take? Well, I have the script here. How long would it take you to film this script?
What is that, Whitebird?
Whitebird.
It took us 6 days to 7 days. Yeah. So they would do like 3 pages a day, or
Really?
4 pages, maybe 5 at the most. Yes. It was easy peasy for
Multiple
me,
takes.
because if you need be, they always did a second take for safety. But if it was really like off the mark, or the director had a different idea, then they would like to you would do multiple takes, but there wasn't really time for that. So, generally speaking, it would just be like it. And on the soap opera, we didn't really, unless a light fell in the set, you were moving on. I mean, it had to be extreme to do a reshoot.
So I have some questions.
Yes.
The first one being, did you come up with the character's name or did they?
I don't remember that. Isn't that funny? I mean, this is so funny because I have a really good memory, but that I don't remember. I think I did, because she had to have a name. I think I did, but I can't say for certain. Yeah.
And then when you guys were filming, not in the studio, but on location, if they would see the car pull up, was that a problem while filming? Did people?
Yes, that's a really good question, whoever asked that question, because they had to block off they would block off 2-3 streets so that people wouldn't be near us. And, you know, it was expensive to go on location because of that, because of
They
many
also
reasons.
control all of the cars that are passing to and fro. So those are all union drivers and,
Yes.
and rented cars. And so that is a very expensive
This was
day.
a very expensive show to make. Very. So these shows that cost this much money, and this was a
See, look at that shot, for example. They got to clear the road
Yeah, they had
completely.
So this street, for example, all those cars are planted.
Right.
And you know,
And
so,
if anybody drives by, of course.
well, nobody would drive by.
No, but I
because-
mean, if
yeah,
they do, it's planned. It's
planned,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It's like the cars are extras, and you know that is so true. And then I gosh, it's so funny. I haven't seen this in 40 something years, and certain scenes I look at and I remember like it was yesterday. That was a handheld, and I remember, you know, when I wasn't in a scene, I would always watch them filming because
That's what John
was-
Lennon was talking about when he wrote that song.
which one?
Yesterday.
Yeah, and you know,
Seems my troubles were so far away.
this filming was so different from
Oh, see, we got to hear your comments on this one.
what.
What do you mean? What? Well, you got the pinned fighting scene here. Man.
Well,
That's a lot
because
of action.
somebody broke in and I thought that they were trying to get me, and it's actually him.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool though. Tell us what's going on.
Oh, you know, they're trying to kill her.
Why are you
and-
crying?
Because they're trying
You're
to kill
making me
her.
very upset.
She's scared.
She's scared, and you know, she's feeling she's not going to be able to live because they're after her now. I remember thinking the lighting was really good in this shot.
That
I
is
have always
good.
been very aware of good lighting, and
That was good. And your eyes had just enough, you know,
Yeah.
moisture in them to see it. That's
Yeah.
all very good.
Well, you know, there you go. It was really, I remember this day like it was yesterday. Just, we weren't married yet either, you know, for this. We got engaged on this episode. Not in the film, but at the end of at the wrap party, he proposed to me by putting the ring in the, what do you call it? He had a cake, and it, you know, because it was the last, and it didn't occur to me anything because it was a wrap party, which they had at the end of every episode for the crew and everybody. And everybody knew that I was going to get engaged or asked to be him. He was going to ask me to marry
Except
him,
you.
except me. Yeah. And then I saw the cake, and it was so beautiful. And there was a Knight Rider replica on top of the toy on the cake. And he's like, look at that. And he takes me over to the cake, and he opened the hood of the car, and the ring was in there, and everybody
That's pretty
was
clever.
Yeah, no, he was very, you know, let me tell you, he was very
Charming.
charming.
Most
and,
narcissists are.
oh, don't say that. I mean, I don't want to go there.
No, but I wasn't trying to go there. It's just the reality of the situation.
I don't
My
want-
mother got wooed similarly with all these telegrams and balloons and a car. You had a car delivered to the house.
You know, here's the truth about things. I mean, when we met each other and during our courtship and everything, he was not famous like this. And I had a very unique perspective to watch somebody become world famous almost overnight. And I have so many things to say about that because it's not normal. All of a sudden.
Now, looking at these profiles, I can see why you'd go for me over him. If you look at the monitor, no, look at that monitor. Look at your camera monitor.
Okay.
See, I've got the camera set up so you have my profile and then his profile.
Yeah. So, but it's not easy, you know, for somebody to go from being a normal human being to world famous overnight. It went from just being us to a team of people all around all the time. Everyone's saying, yes, 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 yes. He can do no wrong. And I'm not singling David out. I'm just saying this is what happens to a life. And for anybody to be able to handle that and any kind of normalcy, it is very, very hard. And, but I mean, here's what I have to say about fame. Only makes you more of who you already are. It's like being put under a magnifying glass. So if you have any insecurities, you know, you would become an insecure egomaniac. It takes what you have and magnifies it by a million. That's really how I feel about after watching that happen to a life. And things change, everything around them changes. And so, and it changes. It's like getting sober and the marriage not being able to survive it. You know what I mean? Like for people, because everything changes and the person that's just there, like was just me, you know, you have to be the one that has to do all the adjusting, and it's not easy, you know. So
now how soon, and I don't know that we want to flip out of this, but I know that we do have that clip of the practical joke that you pulled on him.
Oh, which
I think shows a little bit of his,
and it was during this time.
That's what I wanted to know. How soon was that?
It was Dick Clark's Practical Jokes and Bloopers.
Yeah.
And I loved that show.
Oh.
So when they came to our manager, and you know, he said, and she said, Dick Clark's Practical Jokes and Bloopers want to do a practical joke on David, and it's you that has to do it. And I said, I am all in for this. This was the same year of this.
Is this it?
No. This is.
And
why did you start it?
Yeah, so we'll put that on. Are we allowed to have sound with it? Okay, because then let's just go full screen on it, or does it have to be here?
No, go full screen.
Okay.
We'll keep this running
This was, I don't know what shape this film is in, but I will tell you.
Are you going to bring it up on
it was
TV?
great.
What?
This is
Playback.
I don't even know if we were married yet. No, I don't think we were, because it was before this episode, but it was the same year.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
David Hasselhoff, actor and Ed McMahon lookalike. We're about to test his grace under pressure. Here's the accomplice, actress, writer Catherine Hickland, David's fiancée. She's lured him into a phony interview. Now, here's the setup. This is the NBC microwave truck used for live satellite broadcasts. David was told that he and Catherine were being interviewed for NBC's Sunday show, live on the air. Now, David was so excited about this interview, he even called his mother in Atlanta and told her to watch. Here he is getting ready to face the cameras for an interview that will only be seen on this show. David has no idea what's in store for him. Now, this is actor Eric Boardman.
See, I know Delaware is Dover, but I don't know if Vermont. Go to Atlanta? I think so. That's where your mom lives, isn't it? Yes.
Now, the fake interview is about to
Welcome to the Sunday Show. We're here in the Hollywood home of David Hasselhoff and his bride-to-be, Catherine Hickland. David first came to the public's eye as one of the new breed of American matinee idols, a sex symbol of daytime television on the young and the restless. Catherine, of course, is a favorite among viewers for her role of Julie on the daytime series Capital. She's recently starred with David in an episode of Knight Rider that she wrote. David, Catherine, thank you for inviting us here to your home in Southern California. As you know, we are interviewing Hollywood couples about their relationships, and you both have very successful careers, and you're both very busy people. David, you have your own show. Catherine, your own show. You've got a special coming up on NBC called The Most Beautiful Woman in the World. How do the demands of this kind of career affect your relationship?
Her situation is more of a mental thing. They got to go through 10, 15, 20 pages a day. I go through 2 or 3 pages a day, but I get home upwards of 8 or 9 o'clock, and we never see each other lately.
You have to work hard.
Notice the cup that Eric is holding.
Yeah.
David thinks that's a cup of scalding hot tea. That's about to become a very important piece of business.
I have a sucker for love stories.
Now, this view is from our own hidden camera. David has no idea that the interviewer's lower body can be seen on camera. Now, watch the cup of phony hot tea right here. Now, watch the tea.
Texas. And it was in New York, and David had been invited by he had been invited by Barbara Rucker, and so anyway, so he was there. No, he was there, and I saw him there, and I just
now David thinks this is live, so he can't stop.
I didn't know, why he was there, but I thought he was about the best-looking guy.
What happened was I came to this party, and she had 9,000 guys all over her, and all I did was hang around until I was the only guy who didn't say hello to her. So eventually, what happened was about a year later, and we started going out together.
And who made the first move?
That's production assistant Bob McLean using some ice there on the supposed burn.
And then Texas kind of crashed and burned, right? And she moved out here to Los Angeles. And I was off the Young and Restless at that time. And so we were both kind of out of a job at the same time. So I ended up getting Knight Rider, and Catherine hadn't worked for about a year and ended up doing an episode of Knight Rider that she wrote called Whitebird.
I was putting a little butter on there, which is a no-no.
Is it difficult to argue? You have a family?
Well, we're going to wait till we get married. That makes sure of that.
David knows this interviewer is in a lot of trouble, but he's carrying on. He's not giving up. It's live.
Well, at this point...
We really want to invite the family and not really, anyone else, but we'll have a nice reception for the people that can come.
I love live TV.
I mentioned, David, you've got a special coming up, Most Beautiful Woman in the World.
Yeah.
Isn't it also true that you and Catherine will be appearing on TV's bloopers and practical jokes?
Yeah, I guess the lead into that, to get a promotion for it, is Dick Clark's bloopers. I'm going to go do a segment on that. And
when are you going to do that?
I guess it's the Monday, January 31st, which is on a Monday.
Why don't you do it today?
Today?
We are.
Today you're on TV's bloopers and practical jokes. And I have butter all over my leg because of that. You were a terrific sport. I hope my mother sees this.
Isn't that nice?
This is...
Well, I love to know my parents.
You called them and said that you weren't going to be on. Well, everybody that you called yesterday to say that you're going to be on, Catherine called and say it's not, it's a joke. Nobody gave it away.
I was going to call it.
Oh, she knew all the time. Did you see the tears running down her face? Makeup really didn't have to do it.
Did you like that satellite
outside?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? That's the first time I've seen that since it. So I look at Todd; he was in tears. He
It's
was
funny,
laughing
man.
so hard
It's good stuff because no one really appreciates how difficult that would be
to pull off,
to act as though nothing is happening in front of you. But we've all had to go through this,
Yeah,
where something is going on that is completely distracting, and you can't let on that it's going on. You can't allow the audience to know that there's some catastrophe going on behind the camera. So that is beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a good joke.
And he was, really got to see what David was like, because he was so.
That was the charming part of him.
Well, he was, this is before the massive fame hit, and like I said, everything around them changes and it gets hard.
Not for everybody, but some.
Well, when your mom was very famous, but she was brought up, they taught them things, I think they prepared them more for what was going to happen.
Well, if you have good parents,
Yeah,
I can tell you, it generally reflects in the children. I can tell you there's a guy sitting next to you who has great parents because I know because it reflects in him.
Yes, no, there's no doubt about that. But, you just can't know this until you watch it happen to somebody. You can't.
Yeah, no, I've watched this show my whole life with numerous people.
Yeah.
I grew up with a lot of people my age that attained great fame, and I watched many of them go off the rails. Some of them died.
Yeah.
Some of them got through it, but typically the odds are against you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. But I love that you get to really see his personality as it was. He was very funny, and he was very charming, like we said, and he was in a way an innocent, he was.
I tell you, after watching this, I forgive you for making that early mistake of being with him.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Isn't it true though? Everything we do, everything we live through brings us to the moment we're at. And if one thing had changed, we three of us might not even know each other. We wouldn't, and so, that's why I always tell people, don't worry, don't sweat stuff, things that end, things that begin, don't think you're in control of it because you're not. And let it happen because it's already all laid out, and you don't want to disturb the force, as we say, because this is the way it's meant to be. I'm supposed to be here, you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to be here, and my best friend, so it's
And
it's all
speaking of
good.
that,
Yeah. Oh, is it time to go? You know what? We're not going to be able to finish the episode, and that's okay because I think we've done a really good
it's a fun
job.
little bit.
Yeah,
That was a great way to end it, I think.
it was a great way to end it. Thank you for thinking of that because everybody needs a good laugh.
He's the one that thought.
Just as you got shot, this is.
What's-
the
Oh
episode.
yeah, this is when she gets shot, and then he puts. I'll never forget that getting thrown into that car.
Take it to the hospital.
You just, you get banged up at that stuff. You can't help it. It's the opening to the kit car is very small because of all the dashboard and electronics. And so it's like, I remember thinking, ow, 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 my leg hurt, my arm
So he
hurt.
dropped you off at the hospital, just like Carrie in Postcards to Enzo. He took you inside though, instead of dropping you at the curb.
Exactly. So I enjoyed this trip down memory lane very much, and I hope that you did too. We're going to do our giveaway, and I think it's a really pretty cool prize.
It sure is.
So I don't have my phone, so I didn't get to see comments or, but there were donations are made on the right side of all the comments, and people last week, you are on tonight's wheel. And people that donated tonight, you'll be on next week's wheel. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel, right? And we're going to see who, if you donate, you get a slot on the randomizer wheel, and it's digital. So we don't know who's going to win. We have no control over that. And every week we have one winner for the super prize. So here we go.
Now,
thank you. These are all the.
So you have the wheel?
He has it, yes.
On playback?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And here we go. All righty. So the super prize is going to April DeShields. April DeShields, congratulations. And you have won this. It's a license plate. This is what was on the car that you just watched. And this is a replica of
they weren't
that.
looking.
Huh?
You took it off when they weren't looking.
Yeah, that's right. So this is a replica of the license plate. It even has the 1982 sticker in the corner. And I am going to sign that.
Do not put that on your car.
No.
And drive around.
But people, I will sign this for you, April. And if you have if an autograph show comes through your area, you could get either William Daniels or David Hasselhoff. If they're going to be there, you take it and get them to sign it too. I'm not going to make it out to you because it's more valuable with just the signatures on them. So I will get that started for you.
Get William soon.
Okay, yeah, get William soon. This is the last shot from the episode we just were watching. It hangs on our wall, actually. Todd's got it in his lap. We brought that in. So this is the last shot. There's a famous still of that. And
that's a cute face.
Oh, thank you. And so we're sending a picture, and I will sign that as well. Actually, I already did sign that. So if you want me to put your name on it, this is the script from Whitebird. And I have signed that. If you want me to put your name on it, please let us know by writing at catandtoddlive@gmail.com and let me know what you would like personalized, and we will get that out to you. Congratulations, April. They're yours to do with what you want. And I just really am so happy that we got to do this show. It was really fun. We love you. Tomorrow's Easter. So I just wish everybody a great Easter. And
he has risen.
He is risen. Exactly.
And also, we want to give a very big thank you and shout out to People Magazine for an article they wrote on the show this last week.
Our show made People Magazine. We didn't even know it.
Your rooster made it. That's the
my rooster. Yeah, my
Sonny
little rooster, Sonny. Sonny Corinthos is my little rooster, and he is what you see. But peoplemagazine.com or people.com. I don't know
also
what it is.
Fox News picked up the story too.
And I didn't know that. So I mean, we're so excited because, we've been doing this show for a long time, and it just so happened that they were watching and they wrote about it, and it was really quite nice. And we thank People Magazine for that very, very, very much. It's always good to have your show, talked about. So thank you. Also, just before we go, I want to just give a shout out again. If you want to put the pictures up of Southern Nights Atlanta, if you go to Facebook, you can go directly to their Facebook page, or you can go to southernnightsatlanta.com. We are having our event July 24th and 25th. There's 2 mystery guests that we have not announced yet. Mark Pouet is so good at putting this together. But Michael Chaffee, these are pictures from the last few years. All those Knight Rider cars are there. AJ Palmgren, he's the historian of the show and owns the screen used Knight Rider, and one of the very, very few. I don't know if there's any more pictures, but
we should mention these are on the website if anyone wants.
Okay, so we do have some
license
pictures.
plates.
So when I do autograph shows, that the license plate we have, if you like that and you want to get it, or you want to get it for somebody, the license plate is on Debbie Reynolds Studio, DebbieReynoldsStudioStore.com. So this is a picture of me and my kit car, and you can get any of these pictures on the website as well. This is from the second seasons. Let It Be Me, I think it was called. And this is the wedding from the 4th season, The Scent of Roses. So we have those on the website if anybody would like to take a peek or have one. I'm happy to sign it to you however you like it. But remember the southernnightsatlanta.com if you are interested in coming to one of the most wonderful events. It is so one-on-one, and Michael Chaffee is the creator of the kit car, fabricator. He's such a great guy, and he gives a great lecture. I give a lecture. I do my show for everyone, and then there's more mystery guests that are coming, but they're going to be rolling out. We have to clear our schedules to do this, and that's not always easy to do, but we would love to see you there. And especially me and Mark, thank you for putting on such a great event. I'm so excited I can make it this year. Okay, on behalf of Ryan Clements, Seth Frobisher, Todd Fisher, and is Kyle here?
What about his
parents? Oh, no, I know. Is Kyle here?
Kyle's not here tonight.
Okay, but Kyle, of course, he's going to be here soon.
And
Buck, and your parents are in the back, and this is just such a great night. We thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Oh, they're
Thank
still
you.
awake. Okay,
They're still awake. And we are headed over to the MGM to see David Copperfield tonight perform his incredible show. We're so excited. And remember, if you want to see his last show, it's April 3rd at the MGM. It's April 30th. Go to vegas.com, I think it's called. Yeah, vegas.com. And you can get tickets if you're coming in for our event on the 1st. If you're coming in early, go to vegas.com and make sure you see this incredible show. And we will talk to you soon. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. Happy, happy. God bless you. Top of your head to the bottom of your feet. We'll see you next week. Hey, I'm Catherine Hickland. Some of you may know me best from One Life to Live, but I also own catcosmetics.com, only the best cosmetics in the world. I use the Miracle Working Kit on a mother and daughter. It's easy to use, works for all skin types, and comes with a how-to DVD. So if you want to look 10 years younger in less than 5 minutes, or you just want to look more beautiful than you've ever been in your life, come on over to catcosmetics.com and make sure you sign up for special discounts, new products, and inspirations.
Gee, but it's good to be here. Frankly, I feel right at home. This is where all the excitement is. This is champagne with all the beers. Gee, but it's good to be here. I really feel in rare form. There's nothing like this, not anywhere. There's a magic that fills the air. so ecstatic that I could yell and I could dance about. To be emphatic, I could shout, shout, shout it out. It's good to be here. We would miss this for the world. But it's my considered opinion that the place to be is the place I'm at, and I couldn't be more sincere